Alright, what's going on? Welcome back to the World's Gone Mad podcast, because let's face it, the world has gone mad. Let me know what the world's like where you are. Email wgmpod@gmail and let me know how crazy the world is where you are right now. As of today, where I am, the world has gone a little bit more mad because the government has now told all the bars, clubs, nail salons, all the few things that I said were still open yesterday, are now being told to close. So, isn't that crazy? I don't think we've had that many more cases in Australia go up. I know a lot of young people think, myself included, even though I'm not that young anymore, that it is just killing the old people or the people with weak or compromised immune systems. Not that I want anyone to die, especially because I don't want anyone's family to be suffering, but I don't know anyone that's got it. I don't know anyone who can... My girlfriend, like I said yesterday, she tried to even get tested. She's got a fair few of the symptoms, but she couldn't get tested. So who are they? Do email me if you know someone who's got it, and I'll stop being such a fucking jerk about it. But I don't know anyone who's got it. We can't even get tested for it, and we've all been told to just stay inside till this blows over. When is it going to blow over? How are we supposed to survive? Not making money, people losing jobs. The government has said about a stimulus package. At the moment I've seen, I haven't got the exact numbers in my head because I'm basically a special person with a microphone here. New Start people, students, concession type people get $750 payments, one now, one later. Small businesses get a break. You get loans, X amount of loans, and also guarantors on loans by the bank. They're getting more leeway, stuff like that. But I don't know, I'm not even sure if there's been any more people die overnight, but I do look on one. Like I said, it's all about the young people not really giving a fuck. Like Bondi Beach was just packed the other day. And you see on social media, young people were like, nah, it's only killing old people, whatever. Today, one of the top articles on news.com.au is the headline, and it's the very top article, Wake Up Call, 30-year-old fighting for life. Isn't that convenient? There probably is. I'm not saying this person doesn't exist or some family members aren't devastated about what's going on. But yeah, it's the top article today. It's just always the media, painting a picture. And yeah, convenient picture too. I don't know. I am just old, cynical and bitter maybe, but, it is the top article on one of the biggest news sites in Australia. So, yeah, complete lockdown. No one's supposed to leave the house. Get special notes to say you're going to work or you have to be at work. It's crazy, isn't it? It is a crazy time to be alive. The world has gone mad, hasn't it? Email in any questions or topics. Abuse, that's what I expect it, to be honest, to be fair. But, have you lost your job? Have you been stood down? Is this impacting your small business? I'm assuming it would be. I'm a freelance photographer, videographer. No one's going to be wanting to spend money on, social media ads, getting pictures for their business, websites, everything's going to be pretty tight at the moment. I'm not even sure how many cases there are in the state that I'm in, South Australia. It's not many, but for everyone to be on lockdown. But schools aren't on lockdown. You go to a mall. I went to a mall yesterday, and the shops were still open. Like there was a cafe still serving lunch. It was across the road. It was across the mall from a Woolworths, and it was still open. Seems like if you're in a shopping centre that's got a supermarket there, like a Coles or a Woolworths, and you're a shop around there, you're allowed to stay open. So I don't know. It's just, I'm not saying there's no virus. I'm not saying people aren't dying, but it's just odd. If it was a blanket rule, if they actually cared and didn't want this to spread around, it'd be everyone stay inside. All businesses closed, not just some. Or like I went to grab something from the supermarket or the Big W yesterday, and there were still people around, and no one really seemed to care. It wasn't like a big panic. It wasn't just like 20-year-olds either. There was, everyone, all walks of life walking around yesterday. So I don't know. It's all very strange, if you ask me. Oh, very strange. Am I the only one who thinks it's strange? Like, what's going on? Tell me what you think. Is it strange? Is it even more strange? Because I'm in little old Adelaide, where, we're all a bit slow around here. Is it a bit more mad where you are? Let us know. Let us know. So, it's very strange. Very strange. But I do have something else I want to talk about. If you're a camera head out there, a videographer, what do you shoot with? I'm a Sony person. I love the Sony system, the E-mount. I've had an APS-C sensor for a while. I've recently upgraded to full frame sensor, Sony A7, and what is it? A7R2. But what lenses do you like? I've got a Tamron 2875 f2.8, and I love it. It's super sharp. It focuses really well for video. You can get some good, creamy bokeh with it. With a nice, shooting on portrait style 75. But what do you shoot with? What's your favorite lens? I mean, I've only got one lens at the moment. I would love to be able to get some G Master lenses. Maybe, maybe I don't know. You let me know. I mean, this Tamron, people are raving about it at the moment. I'm into it. It seems pretty versatile. I'm gonna shoot some weddings with it. Not that the government has said anyone's allowed more than 5 people at a wedding at the moment, which is a bit. What if you've spent 50 grand on a wedding? All this catering. What if it was, say, this weekend, and the government's come out today and said, you know what, weddings are done? What are you supposed to do? Are people actually? Is there fines? Do you get fined if you're out in public? That's the other crazy thing. I just got a text message on my phone from my phone provider saying, government warning, stay 1.5 meters away from other humans. So is it now illegal to be in contact with another human? What's the deal? And are they handing out fines, or they've just said we're gonna ban this? So I mean, I try to stay away from the news and social media. I only pretty much started looking up the news for content for this. So, yeah, isn't it crazy? So, what are you supposed to do? You've paid money for caterers, restaurants, or what if you paid money for a restaurant that is now closed? What are you supposed to do? 5 people at a wedding. And funerals, like your family, say a loved one dies, and the government have now said, nah, you're only allowed 10 people at a funeral. What are you going to do? Not have people that want to pay their respects not pay their respect just because the government have said, are you going to fine us all? I don't quite get it. I do not quite get it. But yeah. The Tamron lens, I will shoot some weddings with it. See how it goes. I reckon it's going to be awesome. But yeah, what do you shoot with? Are you a full frame person? Are you APS-C? Do you even shoot mirrorless? Are you old school and just shoot straight DSLR? Like, what's the deal? What's your favorite style of camera to shoot with? You let me know. I'm a mirrorless, full frame, all the way. So yeah, let me know. Just in the background after, just looking at past this lens here. The next article that I've seen, going back to the old coronavirus, jumping around here as you do, chopping and changing. What's it called? Disaster situation. One person could infect 400 other Australians. Deputy Chief Medical Officer Paul Kelly warned that just one infected case could go on and infect 400 people if Australians continue to flout government guidelines. It's all about us being stupid and not listening to the government and doing what the government says, and everyone's gonna get coronavirus and die. That's the narrative that we're getting here. But then, yeah, I would love to know if someone that... No, I rephrase that. I do not want anyone you know to have coronavirus, but what... I would love to know if someone's even... Let me know if you've been tested for coronavirus. That'd be a start, wouldn't it? Because we couldn't get my girlfriend tested yesterday. So I'm going to stop playing with that because it's banging on the table. What else is going on? Forget coronavirus for a second. Speaking of chopping and changing, I like to also talk about the Premier League. I saw today that they're still talking about transfers. How can anyone be talking about transfers when we don't even know when the league's going to finish? We've got a season to finish. So if the season doesn't finish, when's the transfer window going to be open? But Man United, the article was that the deal's even closer for Jadon Sancho from Borussia Dortmund. So that would be awesome, but I doubt there's even anything going on because there's no leagues going on. That's all falling apart. So I guess it's probably just websites trying to get some content for some clicks because everything's falling apart right now. Everyone's business is falling apart. Do you have a business? What's the deal with your business? Are you doing okay? I hope everything is okay if you run a business, but it's tough out there, man. It's tough out there right now. Especially when the government's telling everyone to close. What are you supposed to do? And especially if they're doing... I don't even know how long this lockdown is meant to be for. Is it 2 weeks? Is it a month? Is it 6 months? What's going on? How are we supposed to survive if everything's closed for months? We can't, so... Tough out there. Oh, wow. As I scroll down just a little bit, like a couple of the articles, one of them is 8,100 Aussie casino staff suspended. The one underneath that is 6,800 Aussies stood down today. Where's that from? New Zealand Kmart outlets. Yeah, wow. See, what's the plan here? These small little one-off payments for people aren't going to cut it. If the government is going to continually pay shit. But I can't ever see that happening. What are you supposed to do? What are you meant to do? And what's the end game here? Everyone stay at home. You know, we're going to be having... Like I said about my girlfriend's doctor appointment yesterday, it was pretty much a phone consult. They rung her. She stayed in her car. She didn't even get to see a doctor. They brought a form out to her with gloves on. Filled out the form, gave it back. They went back inside. She stayed in the car. She had to ring him back up. Or the doctor rang her. Asked her a few quick questions over the phone. I mean, we'll be Skyping all our appointments. We'll be Skyping everything. What if I want the oil changed in my car? I mean, I do it myself, but what if you don't? What if you want your oil... You can't fucking Skype your oil being changed. What's the deal? I mean, I get it. Like, you could do some things over Skype, but a doctor appointment, you should probably, see him face to face, especially with all this crap that's going on at the moment. What's the end game? New virtual open inspection tool launched. See, everything's going to be Amazon style, at home, Skype, get shit delivered. Is that the end game? Cashless, no physical money. I want some physical money because if it's just a number in a computer somewhere, what if they decide, nah, we're going to turn that number off? And is anyone into Bitcoin, by the way? This is going off on a tangent. When I first looked into getting a Bitcoin or some Bitcoin. It wasn't even that long ago, maybe 2 years ago. It was around $1,000 for a Bitcoin. And then the last time I looked, it was like before the world started ending. It was around, I think around in between 10 and 15 grand for one Bitcoin. And then I thought, when now that all the stock markets have crashed, I looked last week one day, and it went back down to 2,300 for one Bitcoin. I was like, whoa, that's a fair crash. But then it was already on the way back up. Is anyone here? If there's anybody out there who, one, listens to this, yay. If two, are you into Bitcoin? Do you have money in Bitcoin? Are you freaking out? What's the deal? Because I'd still think, obviously smart people buy low, sell high. You don't buy high and then when it all crashes go, oh fuck, now what? Sell. I guess, I am definitely not a stock market fucking guru or anything, but I'm interested in Bitcoin. How much is that worth now? Is it worth? Surely it's worth just getting, even if you got a small amount now, while it's all low in a couple of months when this blows over, surely. And that's the other thing. Did you see or hear about, before all this stock market went pear-shaped in coronavirus, a massive amount of CEOs around the world stood down, resigned, quit, took packages, left, sold all their shit. And it was just like, that's odd. Why would you be doing that? Why? It makes no sense if everyone's doing it. Yeah, one or two, you'd go, yeah, nothing strange, but 300 or more CEOs of massive companies, shares, stocks, all decided to step down. Did they know something? That something was going to happen and the stock market crash? Interesting, right? What was it? Event 201 last October? Bill Gates Foundation? Here we go again. Event 201, the virus so happened to be called a coronavirus too, where they did that model of the outbreak scenarios. What could have happened? What's going to happen? Stock market crashes? Strange. It's very interesting, isn't it? I mean, I don't know shit about shit, but that's interesting. They do they notice how they always do like a dummy run of something right before a major event goes down. It's interesting. I guess this wasn't right before, but 6 months. You can't just do like a pandemic outbreak test run the week before a pandemic outbreak. But 6 months, that's still pretty interesting, let's just say. Yeah, Event 201. I think that started in South America, went to China. But in real life it was the other way around, wasn't it? China went to South America. But it's all very interesting. You probably think I'm a lunatic, but look it up. As Eddie Bravo would say, look into it, bro. Look into it. Just look into it. Event 201. Look it up. Again, I wish I knew what the end game was. How's this? My partner just walked in with an express post package that I paid for. It's a memory card, SD card, that I paid for on Thursday last week with express post. And it hadn't come. I got it off of eBay, off of a pretty new seller. Didn't have that good of feedback, but I figured it's just a memory card. But this morning I sent him a message. It's saying, still haven't got my memory card. You must have not sent it express post. I'm going to leave negative feedback. Replied back straight away with like a snarky reply. You're not being professional, blah, blah, blah. You'll realize you fucked up when it comes today labeled express post. And I was like, yeah, sure, mate, whatever. And then he pissed me off because he messaged back all snarky. So I instantly gave him shitty feedback like an arsehole. Left him negative feedback, and then, yeah, like I just said, my partner's walked in with the express post parcel, and I'm assuming it's from that dude who said I was an arsehole and it's coming express post, and it did. Yeah. I'm an asshole. Fucking hell. What do you want from me? So what should I do now? Can you retract feedback on eBay? I know you can if the seller wants you to retract it. They can send you a retract notification and they can amend it. But I wonder if I can do that myself, if I should. I mean, he did do what he said he was going to do, and I didn't curse him out, but I gave him a shitty message saying, man, you fucked up and took my money and didn't do what you said you were going to do. And he did, and he said he was going to, and fuck, what should I do? I don't know. If anyone hears this, email wgmpod@gmail and tell me that I'm the asshole and I should probably try to retract that, right? Anyway. Unless it's a fake card, because that's what some of the feedback was. I'm going to open this, hold on. Excuse all the noise and shit. Nah. Looks legit. I know I'm not recording this because I'm not going to start filming them and putting them up until, 4 people at least listen to this, and then I might start fucking filming them and putting them up for people to watch as well. Because I've got all the shit. I could quite easily. Yeah, this card is exactly what it said it was meant to be. It got posted express post, like the dude said. And I left him shitty feedback because I'm an asshole. Audio. Fuck. Oh well. I'll sort that out. I'll wait a fucking day to see if anyone emails and tells me I'm an asshole and I should fix it. Actually, I should look up to see if he's messaged me to say, hey, dickhead, you left me shitty feedback and you shouldn't have. Bear with me, bit of dead air. Who doesn't love a good amount of dead air when they're listening to a podcast? My eBay. My messages. Nothing. Well, Scott Miscudo. Sorry, bro. I fucked up. Yeah. I'll try and rectify that. But it would be cool if someone... I mean, no one's going to... Anyway, fuck it. Well, that was fucking riveting, wasn't it? Listen to me open up a memory card. An SD card, I mean. But, I guess you heard a story about me being an arsehole, so that's pretty cool, right? That's probably enough. More coronavirus lockdowns. Let me know what's going on in your part of the world. Let me know if you're on lockdown, self-isolation, what's the deal? Email wgmpod@gmail, and I'll talk to you soon. Till then. Aha! Quick update. I'd press stop, but I hadn't uploaded it yet. I just shoved that memory card in my camera, and it won't record 100 megabytes in 4K. So it is a fake card and a copy card. So I am vindicated. Although I'm out $50. Fuck that guy.
Future. All the plans you made in your heart grew just to die.